have our very own Fatima Shugaria, and by the way, on her newly appointed position.
Congratulations.
We're going there. And we're talking later about child and teenage mental health. So this is the common space. We did promise you those ordinary, untold stories of everyday people. And we do have... sometimes I forget. I didn't know your name was... I thought your name was Marcia, and then I was like, oh, and on my phone I have your Zilla. And I was like, okay, Fazeela, let me just get it right. We have Fazeela Isaacs from Marcia Projects.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And how are you?
Good, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah so much for having me here.
Yeah, and we've known you forever
pleasure.
on Facebook. You know, that's what Facebook does to people.
It brings people together.
And you feel like we've known them forever.
Yeah, true. Like they say, I always say that there's nothing that's totally good and nothing that's totally bad.
Yeah, but
so similar to Facebook, there's some good out of it, and here's part of the evidence. We've spoken to Fazeela, but now
there's a reconnection with you as well. Like I always tell you, a celebrity. There's somebody that knows you somewhere that knows Fazeela.
Okay, now you have to share that. Okay, so Fazeela just came, gave me 2 hugs. He's like, this is from me, and then the second one is like, this one is from Asewa. I call her Asewa.
And I call her Arifa.
Yes, so. And Asewa, just shortly, Asewa is one of the students I used to teach in Natal at a school called Masaka, Islamic Institute. And Arifa used to be a learner there. So we've maintained the relationship. So now it's so heart and soul warming to get a hug straight from chats where
and it was a forced one.
My goodness.
To her.
But the thing is, I always tell you, everywhere we go, you meet somebody, it's either your relative or somebody that you know. So that's how Shakira is.
Like Nas said, we are all distant relatives and Romali.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Slilo is not impressed today. All right, let's get to the show.
Just saying, keeping it real. How?
Tell us about Fazeela.
Okay, I was born and brought up in Chatsworth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, can we take you out
of Chicago, like right in the center of it. So I'm of Makua descent. So our entire district is full of just Makua people. So it's absolutely eclectic, vibrant. The culture is alive. So it's fantastic.
Wow. I have to say this is Zai.
Goham, like you know.
Oh, mashallah. Wow, man.
Okay, show off, show off, guys.
We will teach you. We will teach
I'll
you.
get
Don't stress, Aisha. We're gonna teach you. All right. So I'm born and brought up there. Moved to Johannesburg about 7 years ago. So Masiha. It's actually my daughter. She's my inspiration, so that's where the name comes from. There's a lot of people that get confused about that, like, but what is your name? And Masiha, and people, no, okay, that's what it is. So her name is Masiha. She's absolutely my inspiration. She's so awesome, and so she was the reason I actually started all of this. You know, I don't want my child to grow up thinking, standing in front of the mirror, like, you know what. Do I look better with a scarf on or without one? I don't want
struggle,
that.
Hey?
Yes. So I want her to be the one. I'm standing in front of the mirror and I am awesomely beautiful with my hijab on, and that's what it is. So if I'm gonna go out there,
please.
I can bore you one.
Please.
no, I can also do that. I can
Please,
absolutely
I'll balance
do that.
the equation.
She's literally my mother. I promise you. She is so stern.
How old is Marcia?
She's gonna be 10 this year. So she's different. Let me put it that she is different.
No, she's a special child.
Oh, absolutely. You know. So she's quite stern and stuff. So I love it that way because she keeps me in line. But alhamdulillah, it got me to where I am now, and that's how we started the Masiha. It started out as a brand, and now we moved into new initiative and stuff like that. So alhamdulillah.
Mashallah. So this started when you were in Joburg or when you were in Natal?
So this was in 2013, and it happened when I was on the side.
Okay.
So I started sewing at first and designing my own outfits, etc. And you would never believe it. I was in madrasa. So in madrasa, they taught us how to sew. And I hated it.
I know the feeling.
There wasn't even one project that I completed. Not even one. And when my mu'allimas actually heard that I was doing this as a business, and they were like, are you sure it's her? It can never be her. Because this child finished nothing in madrasa, but yet I made it what it is, you know?
It's amazing.
Yeah, so it started off as being designing for people, and it was fantastic, you know? And then I moved on from there and it became Masiha Projects, in that we were fulfilling other aspects of the modesty branch as well. So it was That's great. It's actually a good journey. A lot of things were learned. A lot of good people were met. But yeah, alhamdulillah, it is where it is now. So it's awesome. Yeah.
So maybe among the first, this actually resonates so much because this sounds like you telling our story in Nyota collections.
Yeah.
But now,
like,
it sounds familiar. Ne?
I do remember Aisha did start off in the same way, and all of the time when I would see her design, I was like, "Wow, this is awesome!" And we would connect a few times, but we kind of never met. This is actually our first face-to-face meeting, yet we spoke so much and for so many years. So it's amazing. It's amazing.
That's why it's called the common space.
Oh,
guys.
absolutely!
Come on.
This is the
Slide
secret.
us, please. That's why it's called. Yes, thank you.
He's not motivating us today. He's just sitting there like,
Here's a good story right here. Okay, he loves us, he says.
it's amazing, because like I can relate. My mother used to sew everything for us, and I hated it. I hated it so much, and so much that I will never do what this woman is doing ever. But then when I became Muslim, it was something different because now I was like, okay, that's boring. Can I have something better? Can I be?
Yeah, and that's
all
the thing
colorful
with Islamic wear. People would just think, you know what, it's just this straight cut big abaya and you just
hanging.
And it's not even that way, it's amazing. And that is where the Modest Africa initiative came from. I left the country a few weeks back, and okay,
I was so jealous.
Yeah, I was in Dubai, so it was
nice.
awesome. It was really nice. So we went. I was working for the Islamic Fashion and Design Council in Dubai, so it was really great getting there. And the event we had was the PACBL event, so we had like designers from across the world there, and they had such beautiful designs. But the people there, as much as they're Muslims, right, they all kind of looked a little bit too similar to each other, and their colors were mostly black and, your pale colors. Absolutely,
same.
And when I looked at that, I was like, if these people could just come to our land and look at what we have,
get a bit of color.
I promise you, we are, I don't even know how to explain it, it is so beautiful what South Africans and Africans as a whole can bring to the modest industry. The sad thing is that we don't have enough players in the industry, it's crazy. You have people like Halima Aden, she's absolutely taking over the world with her modeling, first hijab model and stuff like that.
Yes, I just
so yeah, it's so great to see these initiatives. So I want to be one who's going to go forward with something like this. Yeah. So if no one else is going to do it, I'm going to definitely do this. And I'm doing it now.
Do it. And keep doing it. Keep sharing your light, man. But what made you just, maybe from where you started, what kind of initiatives? You said modesty. What kind of initiatives did you start with?
So what we've done is, with the first debut fashion show that we're having now, we're going to host it on the 30th, and it's going to be right here in Johannesburg. So alhamdulillah, we've got a few international designers in there as well with such lovely outfits. And then we also have our Nyota collections in there as well. Yeah, so that's awesome. So we have a few. We have upcoming. We've actually brought together upcoming designers as well. They're not out there yet, so this is going to be the first time that they're going to show off their outfits. So we have JMO Designs, and this is a young lady from El Dorado Park, and she's really doing some awesome designs. We also have a male brand, Navy Black, and he's all the way from Chicago as well.
Okay.
So
Can we get over the Chicago?
his name is Hami.
That's where it's at.
Exactly. That's where we come from. This is what we bring into the table,
Yeah.
So they're coming up with their designs, and all in modest designs. So these are the people to look out for, And with the Modest Africa event that we are having, what we want to do is show not just people in SA, but in other countries that we
For
got
the love
just
Africa, we do that.
we have just as much potential to be out there and to make it big as everyone else. Nobody really, look at things like the turban style. We brought that into this place, and everybody across the world is doing it. Yet it's our thing. It's our thing.
And now it's acknowledged because it came from the other side when we had
because
it in Africa.
they're wearing it. Exactly. They're wearing it. They're coming out with it. we are not doing anything. We're not in the limelight at all. So we want this platform. We deserve this platform. We're going to take this platform.
And hit
That's
the
what
ground
it is.
running.
But do you think
I love what you're saying.
As Africans, we're very apologetic about our identity?
Very much so. Like, it's unreal. It's unreal. You would get people, look, where I come from, right, we have the women who are wearing them kumis, right?
Yeah.
It's modest.
Okay,
it's
what's some
covering.
kumi?
Some kumi is a wrap that you would wear, and you would have your matching headgear as well, and you covered up. I mean, our women look so beautiful in all of this, yet nobody acknowledges them for that. Nobody sees the beauty that comes in what they are wearing. So if they're not going to go out there, if they're going to be apologetic, as Aisha has said, then I'm definitely gonna
Taking
drag
this
it
off.
out of
Knocking
them.
them out of
Absolutely.
them.
I'm
We need
gonna
to do
drag it
that.
out of them. Our women are beautiful. Our women dress beautifully. So I am going to be the one to bring it out, and we're gonna show the world, and we're gonna take over this modest
yes,
industry.
Loving your
yes,
vibe.
yes,
You know,
yes.
as Muslims, you
what
know, we
it is.
always hide behind ourselves. Yes, we are beautiful,
Absolutely.
but we always are waiting for people to acknowledge us.
Like affirmation.
affirmation.
But I
no,
think-
absolutely.
Even with the
Absolutely.
modest fashion,
Yeah.
we've always been, oh, sorry, PT about hijab and
Yeah,
everything, but
yeah.
because now the
Yeah, suddenly it's international.
suddenly
Yeah.
because modest is permissible,
And
now
suddenly, not even permissible, it's fashionable.
The
because
thing is, we're too busy following trends as
Yeah.
opposed to setting these
Yep.
trends. Yet when you see someone else out there wearing something that we came up, I mean, look at the Basutu blankets that came out,
Yes,
the
I'm
jerseys
thinking-
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, that's us. That is totally
But
us.
they
Other
had
people
to
are
wait for
wearing it.
Louis
Exactly.
Vuitton.
we had to wait for
Right.
Louis Vuitton, and I'm
Yes.
just saying, like the other day I was
Yes.
telling you that blanket is so expensive. I think I only have one blanket that I got when my grandmother passed
Yeah.
away. But it's just, people have made fun of us with the blanket.
Exactly. And now they're
Yeah.
wearing it. The
Now they're
exact
wearing
same
it.
People are wearing it. So it's
Besides,
amazing.
besides that people
Yeah.
play with people's identity, I think it's a serious identity crisis. Because
that's
even
the
with
thing.
us on the Nyota collection, it was like, we wanted that for our children.
Yes.
For our children not to be
Yes.
apologetic and
Yes.
to embrace their
Yes.
identity.
And claim their space.
Look, we have to leave a legacy. And if not us, then who?
Exactly.
We have to do that, right? So, moving with the Modest Africa, that's exactly what we want to do now. We want to be unapologetic about it. We want to make sure that it's out there. We want to make sure people see us for who we are, for the brilliance, the color, the beauty, the elegance, everything that comes with being African
Yeah.
and being modest at the same time. You know, we need to be proud Muslims. We cannot be Muslims that are sitting at the back of everyone else, you know. We got to be out there, and this is the time. This is the time.
Wow,
It's
you
amazing.
motivate us so much because you know what this does? Because sometimes you sit in our corners.
Yeah.
Yota Collections in its corner.
Yes.
See her in
Yes.
its corner, whoever in their
Yes.
corner. But when we collectively find our voice,
Yes.
well, it has to start first with
Yes.
us. You know, in
Absolutely.
our, they say Allah
Yes.
doesn't change a condition of a people
Until
until
they-
they.
yes,
And even in
absolutely.
Sesotho, ba
Yeah.
kupolokwane, la tseba, ba re kgomo ho tsoswa e itsoswa.
Tsoswa.
Meaning
have to.
the you can't lift a cow. You know how heavy a cow is.
Yeah,
So
it
it
needs
needs
to
to
start
start
there,
first
start
so that
somewhere.
somebody can.
That's true.
So this is it. This is the movement.
And that's what it is. You know, you can only do so much for people until you end up doing it for yourself.
And
So,
loving
you
it,
know,
being content with yourself and being
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely. It has to be done. It
But
has
have
to
you
be done.
gotten like support from the Chicago? Sorry, the
Yeah,
chat
that's
web.
no, guys, wait, Joburg, can you
So-
leave
so-
your-
so-
your Chicago
That,
stuff?
that is our mini city. It's
That
a
makes
mini
us
city.
smile. Come
it's
on
a
now.
country on its own.
It's got its own
Totally.
language, by the way,
Okay.
guys.
Oh yes, did you know that?
Gosh.
We like our own people. We every single person, all our neighbors, everyone is Makwabe. We own like 4 streets there.
They like
we
Dala.
Dude. It's awesome.
Okay,
it's really
checklist.
fantastic.
Back to the
To do-
subject. Okay, guys,
no,
you
to
still
do
with the comment space.
Yes, you are with myself, Tim, forever co-host Mama Lefe, and we have Fazeela. She is just filling in so much color in the studio.
Yeah, and so much
vibe.
laughter. You know?
Crazy,
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank
And
you
the
so
time
much.
is
Yeah.
10:25.
I think maybe now. I think we've earned. What do you think? We've earned a break, ne? Okay,
Ah,
yes, that's
you
a
know,
thumbs up.
this negotiating of a break is like, and it's,
Thank you kindly.
okay, we're gonna go for a short break.